we have 4 business owners, entrepreneurs. I would say they have taken their digital transformation journey very early compared to their business size and the scale. And with the help of digital transformation, their business has also grown, and their overall, company's valuation, company's people, I'm sure the overall culture must have improved. So we'll hear it from them. So would like to start with Himanshu sir. Sir, can we have mic? Vishant, mic. Yeah. So Himanshu sir, I know you since 2011, and I've seen your business from trading to gaming. So how is the overall journey, and just want to understand from your perspective.
So, hi, my name is Himanshu Jain. I'm the CEO of Acro Engineering Company. So basically, we are a distribution house in India for computer hardware. And we started this from a small shop in Aeroplace by the name of SMC International. It's still there. And slowly, we got into the distribution network. And we were running Tally initially. And then we expanded, and we had a requirement for an ERP software, so I'm going to tell you more about it later. But yes, we've seen the ecosystem grow when it comes to technology. Because when I started this business, we used to have very entry-level computers, called PC-80, and the big floppy drives, wherein you had to put the floppy drive to boot the computer, and slowly we've seen the industry evolve, the internet come up, emails, WhatsApp, everything. So we were a complete ecostructure to all of that. So I'm going to tell you more about how we implemented ERP, SAP into our organization and how it helped us grow.
Thank you, sir. So next question is to Ankit ji. Ankit ji, as Himanshu ji said, I also heard from you that your journey also started with a shop in Old Delhi, if I'm not wrong. So just tell us about how you have taken over and involved digital transformation into your business and how it helps.
Hi, I'm Ankit Khandelwal. I head a company called Usha Fasteners as the managing director. And as Brijesh just said, so it's an age-old company. It's a almost 88-year-old business that I'm heading. I'm a 4th generation heir to this business. And yes, we evolved from being literally a mom and shop business in Old Delhi, and today we are a manufacturer of industrial and automotive fasteners and tools for automotive industry. So at a time where we're talking, I joined the business about maybe 22, 23 years ago, and as it was a legacy business, we had a very good set of customers that we worked with. So, my family was fortunate to work with large PSUs. We worked with the early level entry MNC companies into India who were setting up engineering, design, and automotive businesses in India. But then came a point that when digital transformation came about, and these so-called the MNC clients that we had set up businesses properly here in India, they started demanding more out of us. And we realized that we had gone into an overwhelmed space, that we could not work at their pace and pull up reports or manage orders at that kind of pace that they were expecting us to do. That came a time where I thought this business was getting very tough. You started thinking that this business was not scalable. And that's when, and we saw our customers using words like SAP, big companies, early 90s, they were talking about ERP, SAP. We couldn't get a hang of it. And eventually we got to a point where we were so overwhelmed that, we had to do something about it. And that's when, we straight away went from a company that ran onto a legacy system like a Tally or Excel, and we went straight into, implementing SAP B1 in our company. And ever since then, we have, we had lost a few of those MNC clients. We are at a 98% performance rating with them as of today. We have signed 3 new joint ventures with German companies, and it is the backbone of our company's transformation journey. So I don't think we could do a day without it. That's our journey.
Great. Thank you so much, Ankit ji. Nishant ji, you are a first generation of entrepreneur, as I understand, and I can see your companies, already you are deploying your pumps into Dubai, Nairobi. You are participating in event in Russia, Moscow. So how how do you feel digital transformation is important? You started your journey recently, so just to understand your overall experience and journey.
Yes, my name is Nishant Varanwal, and I am currently in this Cosmos Pumps. I am a director as well as chief operating officer. I am a first generation entrepreneur actually. We passed out from college, we came into jobs, then later on we started trading business, and I think we are the one of the customers for Ankit as well. and later on we came into this pump industry. Right now we are solving the problems of flood control, sewage and water treatment, and wastewater in wastewater segment. We are among the pioneer people in India actually who are educating the authorities, government people, infra companies, mining companies regarding this, how to we can mitigate disaster and save the public money. But all this during all this journey, we were into the trading firm. Then later on we became a manufacturer. We have a state of art in manufacturing in Faridabad. We were also struggling. When we started, we were struggling a lot to link all the people to all the departments in the single way. Everybody is doing their own way. Everybody is independent and doing their job independently, and nobody has their cohesive along in the environment. I think that's time when someone has suggested us to go for a ERP and some kind of thing. And luckily that time Ankit came to our office and he suggested to go with a SAP V1. So we opted for SAP V1. We took the call and we thought, okay, even we were that time a smaller company. As a business owner, everybody has the same challenge. For MSMEs, there are a lot of challenges. It is not only the money where you have to invest for a software. It is the time, it is the mindset of the people also, which we have to change it. So we took the call. Okay, now he has said, okay, this is the best way to go ahead, because if you go global, then you have to take such kind of a software like this. But we took the call there, and right now we are among the pioneer people across India in terms of wastewater segment. Not only India, across the world. We are competing with most of the global brands. We are currently, next year, we are coming with the next manufacturing facility in Dubai as well as Russia now. This year we are going to place office in Russia and Gulf. So I think such kind of, if we are not going to think digitally, and if we are not going to, any of us, whether we are trading or the way, the world is going in such a faster way. If we are not going to adopt such kind of technologies, we would be far behind. We would be far behind in the race. What is the race is going on across the world. So my point is that whoever is there, we had took a call when we are 1 CR turnover company. And we are having a vision for 2028-29 that we are going to have a 2,000 crore company in 2029. So, but that vision only if you look for that vision, such kind of vision only be achieved when you are running along with the flow which is going across the world or going across the environment. And digital transformation, I think, whether we accept it or not, we have to go with this way. Now earlier the SAP is there, now AI is they are talking about. So everyone has to come that way. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankit, for giving us a customer. Anuj, so Anuj, as I understand your business, so you have plants across 3 different states. I'm sure it will be difficult to manage those things. So what is your thing? First tell us about your company, and then your journey or why you have taken this decision?
Hello everyone, my name is Anuj Kar. Here I represent Crossbond India. We are manufacturers of wood panel which is used for your furniture, is used in wall panelings, kitchens and in other products such as packaging and stuff like that. And we also have a aluminium panel side which is used in your claddings and stuff like that. I am second generation into this business. When I joined the company, which was about 5 years ago, I saw that we are growing at a very rapid pace. And everything from the business point of view, my father being a big visionary, he was growing the business. But something we were lacking was the digital transformation. We saw we were still managing data from all these manual processes using Excel and legacy software. And something I'm a firm believer of is work smart. Also work hard, but also work smart. And when you have these technologies around you, it is our job to properly use it in a way it helps your business grow. And when you are growing rapidly, you need to deploy such key strategic technologies which could help you grow at a rapid pace. So when I joined the business, I saw there was a need for using software and which will help us grow. And now we have successfully implemented SAP B1 and it is helping us managing a lot of data, efficiently managing people, and it is helping throughout our businesses. So just happy to be a part of this journey, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. So my next question to Himanshu ji. Sir, you have implemented SAP B1 in 2011 and we have recently executed data analytics project also. So just to understand what kind of challenges you faced that time and how it has been the current implementation or the current automation on the data analytics. So what is your overall experience? Or challenges, I would say.
So when we started the distribution business, our vendors wanted us to expand into India. We were only based in New Delhi. And our first office was in Mumbai. We opened in Mumbai. And then we opened an office in Bangalore. Now we had 3 different offices. And we needed an inventory report on a daily basis. 3 Excels used to come on email. Our person used to consolidate all those 3 stock inventory reports and then we could see what inventory is where. Typical thing was a same product named differently in a different branch. Another issue was whether the invoicing system is being done correctly at my branch level, whether the purchase is right, whether the billing price is right, and this was a major challenge. So we actually started doing research on which are the ERP softwares available because we needed a complete report in one single sector. And that is where SAP B1 helped us, wherein we could have the inventory report of various branches, the sale out, everything. And one more challenge was, in the branch level, we did not get good accountants and we did not know what is happening over there. So we thought, why don't we actually consolidate all our accounting department in New Delhi? So we got SAP implemented. We had 3 different accountants representing each and every branch. So all our accounting happened centrally within our own organization. Once this whole ecosystem was set up, it became very easy for us to expand. My team came to me, we need to open one more office in Calcutta. No problem, go ahead. We already have the system in place. Just in SAP, open one more branch. All the heads are already there. All the inventory reports are already there. The systems are in place. Slowly and slowly we expanded and now we expanded to 20 branch, and it does not make any difference because it's just a one-day job for us, because this whole system is the same. The accountant sitting in New Delhi, okay, initially if it's a small branch, okay, you tell the accountant, now you have 2 branches to handle, you have 3 branches to handle. You don't have to actually look for a special accountant in that particular branch to handle it. Now, once we had this whole ecosystem, it was very difficult for me to see the sales out report, to see my purchase report, to see my profitability, to see everything. So I reached out to Brijesh sir, what do I do? He introduced me to Tableau. So we installed Tableau. Now on my screen, I can actually see what is my sale, which branch did what kind of performance, who are my topmost customers, who are my most profitable customers, what are my least profitable products, what is my inventory level, what is my aging stock. I know all the data through a click. It takes me only split of a second. You ask me anything about my company, in a split of a second I'll tell you, because it pulls up all the live data. Now if I've given targets to my employee, okay, you have to do X amount, on a daily basis that is being tracked. He knows exactly what sale he's done on the previous date, month till date, year till date, which SKU, which customer. Now when we have to do planning for the next month, it becomes very easy for us. Okay, these are the fast moving SKUs, we need to plan our inventory accordingly. Then one more integration that we did recently is we linked our SAP system to our banking software. We bank with HSBC. So this was a major time saving for all my employees, and also less headache. Because what happens is all my outgoing payments are punched into my SAP, and they are authorized by me from my mobile phone. So automatically I am assured that the entries are done in my accounting system. Same way, whenever the incoming payment is coming, it automatically hits the ledger of that particular customer. I do not have to physically check my bank statement. Okay, I've received a X amount, from which customer it is, okay, enter it in my ledger. I don't have to do all of that. This is one major advantage as well. My inventories are in sync. I know my complete business in a split of a second, what I am doing. My bank account is linked. So this is the way technology has helped me. After that, we also implemented HR1. That is their own product. And all my employees are pretty happy with it. So all, leaves, balance leaves, your payroll, everything is synced.
Great, sir. It was a great insights, and almost you have sold all our products by your own. So you make our pitch very easy, and I think it's a great learning for my sales team also to get a great insights directly coming from all of you. So coming to Ankit ji, you have also started your journey with SAP V1. We would also like to understand what all automations you have done on top of it, and how it is helping you.
Well, we are still running on that vanilla system as of now. Obviously, we have a lot of these modules which are either running through staff or, like we're using a separate HR model or a separate CRM as well. But when it goes to what we've been able to achieve is, we are managing as of today about 18,000 stock keeping units.
18,000?
18,000 SKUs.
Oh,
okay. And I can tell you, I have been for, say, a business coaching class, very leading business coach. I will not name him. A lot of us business owners would know of him as of today. And in a room full of maybe the same strength of people that we have, and he asked, who has an ERP system running in their company? I was the sole hand that went up in that. And he said, okay, we will talk about this later, because what he was advocating was more to do with automation on Google Sheets, right? And when I had this offline chat with him and I said why we are using SAP, And he was so sold on Google Sheets, but he seemed to immediately agree with me. He said, but he said something that I'm not going to say out loud on this stage, but what you are doing is impossible to do on a Google Sheet. Right? We sell nuts and bolts for a living. It's as small as, a small one, like very small, and this big one for a turbine. So obviously we've been able to scale up that business because of that. And the other thing that if a lot of business owners are sitting here, and for at least for 4 of us, I would say, what do I want? I want more free time to myself. My business should grow, but I don't need to be working for my business. The business should work for me. So I am using, the cloud has changed that journey for me. We had an on-premise server, right? You guys made us immediately move on to cloud. And what that does is I am traveling maybe 10 days in a month. I am completely aware of what's going on in my business, wherever I want, and whichever segment of my business I want to look at. So that is a very integrated part of using an ERP today, that it should give the business owner or the management the ease of working from anywhere. You are sitting at a customer's site, you are not calling back to the office saying, I want to look at this report or I want this data. It's there in the customer's office for you to create a presentation or whatever you want to do with that data. So definitely that's a big scale up. It gives me time to travel for leisure. It gives me time to travel for business. It doesn't make me a difference where I am in the world. I have 10 reports I want to look at. Those are on my 10 hotkeys. And that's pretty much how my business works today.
Absolutely. Great. Coming to Sir Vishantji, you have just implemented SAP BPM. So we would like to understand from your perspective, what are the challenges you have faced during the implementation? I'm sure it is not an easy journey for any of us, but still, since you have recently done that, so.
The challenges it is for most of organizations that faces. Whenever the people who are doing all tally or accounting kind of software, and if they have to migrate to ERP, people mindsets are a bigger challenge. People doesn't want to everybody talk about why we are required this, why are investing so much of money into it. Then again the time is there. No, people wants to, because it is not only the software. The important is how people are comfortable. They can learn the software. They can use it, and they find it is okay. I think the challenges what we faced during the go live with you, you are there, your team was there. That during the go live period when we were shifting to SAP B1 in 1st of April 2022, we took it first that financial 2023. For 1 month we have to run both the things, Tele 1 also and the SAP as well. But later on, I think it was 1 or 2 months. But everybody was there in the organization who are all involved with all the times, and team was also there with the support of these Uneecops. I think everybody was running that, and we won't find so much of glitches during the transition. But for the go live, it was, I thought, people are doing the two things parallelly. One is in Tally and then SAP together. But later on, I think they find free, and now they are okay with it. What we are using it, people are all at the such a way that all the departments are interlinked with each other. So nobody can do their own way. So nobody can go in their own direction and they say, I will do like that way. Until your previous work is being completed, you have to wait for your previous department to complete his job. Then the next department will come into the picture and he will do his part. So I think this is the beauty of this software, that all the organization is bind with a single way and everybody is doing their own part on it. So once you are any transaction you are doing it maybe from doing a PR to buy to purchasing, then later on to selling, dispatching, lost stage, everyone is abided by the bind in a single software. So I think this is the beauty, and people, whether you are in manufacturing or I think whether even you are trading also, with such kind of software develop a small organization into a structured organization. And to grown up, to scale I think the structured organization is very much required. And being as a business owner, we need to understand this, that okay, being a structure, being a formal organization, we have to be there. Thank you.
Great. So, Anujji, as you also started recently, so again would like to understand from an internal perspective, what kind of preparedness you require to implement such system.
Yeah, I think great points by Nishant. I think the main one is the manpower. I think in India, or in general anywhere, people are resistant to change. They don't want their daily practices to change. Everyone is just sitting in their comfort zone, making their own reports every day, and they are happy. And if somebody tells them to do otherwise, they'll be like, क्यों दे गया यार? अभी तो ठीक ठाक काम चल रहा था, एक काम और बॉस ने पकड़ा दिया बेमतलब में. So I think that mentality needs to change. And I think one thing during my implementation I did very actively was being personally involved.
Absolutely.
And that personal involvement makes the user come out of their comfort zone because they need to be there for, they need that acceptance that, the manager or the director level is involved. I need to take this responsibility. So people is obviously a big challenge and that needs to take place initially. But once the software starts running and they start the feasibility and those reports, those same reports that used to take them maybe 1 hour, 2 hours in a day to make, now the system is automatically generating. They're like, ये तो बड़ा अच्छा काम हो गया. मतलब again, their words change immediately after as soon as the process is implemented. So yes, people are a big step. But apart from that, just having so in our line of business, we are primarily manufacturers. So in our SAP implementation, we had to take a lot of people involvement in the manufacturing side of things. And this side of manufacturing, there are people who do not even use computers, who do not even have any much technical background when it comes to softwares or ERPs. So generating that kind of acceptance and training the user that now you have to, whatever you were doing manually in receipts or slips, now you can do it through the system and through computer. Implementing computers at a lot of different areas where earlier there were no computers involved. So just entire process, as Nishantji mentioned, the system to work efficiently, it needs to be involved at all the steps. And that can only happen when the support of the entire team, that cultural boost is at all aspects of the business. So just that sync takes time to come, but it comes, and when it comes, the system as well as the manpower all run beautifully and smoothly.
Very well said, sir. So again, it's a great insights coming, and I'm sure it will be helping everyone to understand how things are evolving and what kind of challenges and what kind of benefits companies are getting it. So one maybe a last question, because we have a time constraint also, although it can run maybe a whole night. But last question is to all of your common question. People generally, as you rightly said, LKG in the hall of maybe 200 people, only you were there who have implemented ERP. This is a challenge we also face. People, they may invest crores of rupees in maybe machines or in maybe having a luxury cars, but investing on a ERP, something still that mindset is still evolving. So what do you feel like? What kind of ROI you can generate? Maybe not on the number side, but from an operational side or maybe from a cultural side, you as a company, all of you can help us to answer this, generated from implementing this digital transformation.
It's simply, I'll compare it to a very funny instance that a close family member of mine asked my dad once when I studied in the US and came back, and a few years later, he asked my dad, saying, why did you send him to the US? He's doing the same businesses as you are doing. So my dad's answer to him was, it's an investment into him, which he will reap over his lifetime, right? And that's the same thing with this ERP. If you could go and, like you said, you could buy it, you could spend on a holiday, you could spend on a car, or you could spend on buying a new machine because it shows you immediate output. But this is just a different mindset altogether. A gentleman would buy an iPhone for ₹1.5 lakh, right? But would be hesitant to do this. And similarly, like what Anuj just said, that there is a mindset change for the people who are working for you, right? So you are scared of that mindset change, that how you're going to combat a people change, But definitely it just pays you back it improves your quality of work life. It gives you more time and leisure, which is what eventually we've all learned, that you want more of that, at least from the management point of view, as well as actually people who work for you as well. There are kids who can go back home and work, and as in my office shuts down at 6:30 in the evening. Nobody needs to carry work back home. Back in the day, there were those 5 guys who always said, oh, we work till 8:30, we're the hardest workers in the company. But they were actually the idiots, because they were taking their own time to compile up those reports. So that's your ROI from that software.
Manju, you want to add anything?
When I told you about my Tableau and HSBC integration, that is where the ROI comes in. You don't need people anymore to do the physical entry. You do not have to cross-check that particular entry. It's automatically done into the system. So this is where you have to think in a future way, wherein you do not have to you do not have to rely on your employees as such. It's a system that will work automatically, and every system is a cross-check.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Nishanji, you wanted to give any advice to the audience?
Most of things they have already told us. Talk about culture. See, as a business owner, we are even business owner, but मैं आपसे बताऊं कि एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हमारी ताकत हमारे लोग होते हैं, और लोगों को एम्पावर करना, अगर हम एम्पावर करेंगे तो हमारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ही तभी एम्पावर हो पाएगा, और तभी हम सोच पाएंगे कि हम जो देख पा रहे हैं, जो हम अपने लिए जो हम सपने देख रहे हैं कि हम यहाँ जाएंगे, वो तभी होगा जब हमारे सभी लोग सपने उसको देख रहे होंगे। तो and to empower those people, they should also feel that they are a part of our organization, and without, और अगर वो काम नहीं करेंगे तो उनके बिना काम कंप्लीट नहीं होगा, मतलब they have a say on their part. So if anyone is implementing such kind of software with SAP B1 or any ERP I'm talking about, it could be, अभी तो हम SAP B1 use कर रहे हैं, so we are talking about SAP B1, that these such kind of software empower those people, empower those departments, and it gives us such a cultural shift in the organization that now maybe you may be doing a 100 crore company or a 500 crore company, but and still you are using a like normal accounting software, and the day you change from such normal accounting software to ERP, even you are a small 5 crore company or 10 crore company, your people feel like they are working for a 500 crore companies.
Right. Rightly said. Anuji, your advice, last question.
I think all great points by everyone. The last point I would touch on is the credibility. As a business owner, what an ERP system like SAP B1 does is give you a credibility. In a company like family-owned businesses, when you get external funding or you go for an IPO round or something of that manner, they don't think that you are a credible company, or there could be some locha or something can be involved in that. But when you have a smart ERP system like SAP B1, your company valuation easily raises by maybe 100-200 CR when you're going for a fundraise round. So every person over here who is trying to grow their company, who is looking to make their company 2,000 crore or maybe 10,000 crore company, they would want to get the public limelight. And when you have that SAP or ERP system implemented, you're already credible in the market, and you can rest assured, every investor or every person will be also rest assured when you have such smart systems implemented in your company.
Well said, sir. Well said. We have been now, a lot of customers are coming to us. They wanted to go for IPO or maybe a JV or some mergers. and they want ERP first to be implemented, then probably they would like to take this call. So great insights, I would say. Thank you once again for all of you coming all the way and sharing your experiences. So Prashant, over to you. So one big round of applause for everyone. Thank you.